Hey guys, it's Sammy. So, question for you. Do you think that exercise increases inflammation or decreases it? It's a question, huh? And I think that most people would think, oh, it just decreases it, which on a whole it does. But that's what I want to dig in and talk to you a little bit about today, because the answer isn't always straightforward. Most people would just think exercise, it helps, so I just need to do it. But there are certain types of exercise that can actually make inflammation worse. While some inflammation is the body's natural response to tissue injury or infection, chronic inflammation is actually associated with various health issues, things like cardiovascular disease and diabetes and autoimmune disorders. So these are things that where the body's response, it's reacting to maybe some foreign substances in the body. And so there is a chronic inflammatory response going on within the body. Okay. So regular exercise can help reduce chronic inflammation in many ways, but here's just a few of those. Okay. So, number one, weight management. Maintaining a healthy weight through regular exercise can reduce inflammation, because here's the thing, you guys, excess body fat is associated with an increased production of pro-inflammatory substances called cytokines. Okay. So exercise helps with weight loss or even weight maintenance, which then can lead to a lower level of these cytokines in your body. Okay. Number two, enhanced circulation. Exercise promotes better blood circulation, which can aid in the removal of waste products and inflammatory markers from the tissues. So this helps maintain tissue health and reduce chronic inflammation. And number three, stress reduction. Chronic stress can contribute to inflammation. And as business owners, as executives, you know that your life is full of stress on a regular basis. And so incorporating exercise on a regular basis can help with reducing that level of inflammation in your system. It can help by reducing hormones like cortisol and promoting the release of endorphins, which have anti-inflammatory effects. There really are so many great benefits to exercise, but here's the thing. If you're dealing with chronic inflammation, you have to be careful about the type and the amount of exercise you do, because not all exercise can decrease inflammation. Some can actually increase it and cause symptoms to be worse. So let me give you some examples of exercises that I would usually say for my clients to avoid when you're dealing with chronic inflammation, when you're trying to walk through that process of healing. Things like high intensity interval training, sprinting, heavy weightlifting, CrossFit, plyometric exercises. These are exercises that can actually increase things like cortisol in your system. And so if you're already maybe dealing with high levels of cortisol, increasing that in your system is only going to continue to make symptoms like maybe fatigue worse for you. And so that's something that we try to avoid until you've walked through the healing process. And then you can, if those are exercises that you enjoy, you can begin to incorporate those again. But as we walk through the healing process, it is important to avoid those things. So some of the types of exercises that I do recommend for clients for reducing inflammation are strength training. So the difference, heavy weightlifting, it's a lot more taxing on the nervous system, whereas strength training, where you're looking at maybe some higher reps but lower weight, is actually helping to reduce inflammation as opposed to taxing the nervous system and causing more of a stress. Okay. Brisk walking or hiking. Walking I cannot really honestly emphasize enough how important walking is in your daily routine, getting more steps in. It's the blood circulation. So we talked about earlier how blood circulation can actually help to decrease inflammation. And walking is one of the greatest ways that you can do that. It has so many benefits to it. And I think it's really I think people tend to write walking off as nothing, but it is great for your physical, mental health altogether, but great at reducing inflammation. Cycling, swimming, Pilates, or yoga. These are exercises that are not so taxing on the nervous system, not so high impact, but they can give you great benefits while you're walking through the healing process and even beyond. So, let's address the amount of exercise as well, because even if you're doing the right type of exercise, if you do too much of it, it can actually still have a negative impact. So more is not always better. I usually plan for programs for my clients that are 30 to 45 minutes long, depending on their health status and abilities. So let me just give you an example. I walked through this process a while ago, but I had to learn to listen to my body. I am someone who pushes it. I like lifting heavy. I like working out long. But I had to learn as I was walking through the healing process that I couldn't do any more than 45 minutes. That was what my body could handle, which still allowed me the next day to not crash, to actually feel like I could recover afterwards. Whereas if I pushed it longer, I ended up more fatigued, more sore, and just had a harder time overall recovering. Didn't feel as well after I was done. So just an example, it's really about learning to listen to your body and doing what your body needs. And usually that time frame is usually around 30 to 45 minutes. So it's really good to learn that and listen to your body. But what this does is it ensures that you're getting a good quality workout, but you're not overtaxing the system. And we just don't want to inhibit the healing process. Okay. So exercise can really be a part of the healing process if you have the right plan. So if you're someone who's looking to decrease your inflammatory symptoms and you don't know where to start, click on the link in the comments below to schedule a free discovery call with me. This is not a sales call. It's just an opportunity for us to talk about your health, your goals, and to see if what I offer is a good fit for you. I would love to chat with you. I'd love to get to know you. If I get a chance to work with you, great. And if not, then, hopefully I can add some value and just give you some pointers in what to do next. Thanks for listening.